The 1.4 update for BT Battles 2 has now been announced, guys, adding speed, play with fire, and a bunch of new stuff, and we're going to go over all of it today. Let's get it, guys. Alright, so let's hop right into the 1.4 changes, guys, because there's a lot of stuff, and it's really exciting. So, first off here, there is changes to ranked seasons. I went over this before, but if you didn't already know, basically, at the end of ranked seasons, you'll get 75% of the trophies you had on the previous season instead of 50% as it was before, and if you're in top 100 of Hall of Masters, you stay in Hall of Masters after the season ends, which is pretty nice for people who are really high up like I am. But another thing is new Hall of Masters medals, which is really big here because now instead of only having like a top 100 and top 10 Hall of Masters medal, they kind of bridge the gap a little bit, and now there's a top 50 Hall of Masters medal and a top 25 one, which is really cool here. So I'm excited about that. So now you can actually have a, if you're in like Hall of Masters, you have a reason to grind a top 50 or top 25. Because before, it's either top 100 or top 10, and that's all that matters, you know what I mean? There's another thing with the graveyard counter. You can now view the number of balloons in the Wizard's Necromancer and Prince of Darkness upgrades that they have in the graveyard. It's kind of like how they have it in BTD 6, if you know what I'm talking about from that, which is pretty cool. Now we're into the balance changes section, guys. Balloon Sins. So grouped zebras, the eco you get from them changed from 2.5 to 3.5 eco. Okay, so grouped zebras is better eco. Space Leads changed from 4 eco to 3 eco. So Space Leads is worse eco now. Space Leads was actually a really strong eco balloon beforehand, so it makes sense why they nerfed it. Spaced Rainbows from 3 to 4, so Spaced Rainbows is better eco. Grouped Rainbows 5 to 6, Grouped Rainbows is better eco. And Tight Ceramics now unlock around 28, guys. That actually changes a lot. I feel like a lot of strategies might struggle a little bit to Tight Ceramics around 28, because now you need defense for that and grouped B and grouped DDTs on the same round, you know what I mean? Next balance changes to the Dart Monkey. So the Super Monkey Fan Club, the range of the monkeys affected by that ability are increased from 40 to 50. So the Super Monkey Fan Club is a little bit stronger there. Boomerang Monkey, the Bulb Domination, an upgrade no one has ever used in their life. The Special Kylie increased damage from 20 to 30. I still feel like that's not really going to make a difference, but we'll see. Ice Monkey, the Arctic Wind, increased the amount of slow from 50 to 60%. The Absolute Zero increased the amount of slow from 70 to 80%. And the Super Brittle increased in price once again. I think the Super Brittle was like 28k when the game first came out. It's been nerfed quite a bit of times, but it's still a super strong upgrade. So it's now 34k. Makes sense. Glue Gunner, the Balloon Dissolver, +1 damage to mob class. The YaBoiGloo decreased in price by 2k, and the Glue Storm decreased in price by 1k. So a few buffs to the Glue Gunner there. The Monkey Ace. So the Spy Plane upgrade grants +1 bonus damage to camo balloons from all weapons. That is actually really interesting, because the reason why this is interesting is if you have a Spy Plane mixed with like a Sky Shredder or something, then that plus damage is going to help out against DDT rushes, if that makes sense. So it's going to be really interesting right there. Operation Dartstorm, +1 pierce to darts, okay. Flying Fortress. Dart damage has been doubled, and bomb damage has been almost doubled as well, from 3 to 5. So Flying Fortress got a really big buff. Maybe I'll make a Hypersonic Flying Fortress video. Let me know if you guys want to see a Hypersonic Flying Fortress video after this update drops, because I might be down with these new Flying Fortress buffs. Be pretty interesting. Mortar Monkey, base cost reduced by $50. Footprint size reduced by 3. Bigger Blast reduced by 150. Shell Shock reduced by 50. Biggest one, damage to mob class increased by 10. So a bunch of buffs to the mortar. I'll definitely have to test that out. Dartling Gunner. Oh man, they have wrote a whole paragraph for Dartling Gunner. Let me read it for you guys. The Dartling Gunner has been a prolific tower in Battles 2 meta for a long time. We increased its pierce in one of the earliest updates to make it a viable starter, but it resulted in being the most dominant tower in the meta, and it has several nerfs to try to bring it back to its power level we intended. This update reduces the price and base pierce to its original values, with the intention of Dartling can be a starter but not be able to hold off early waves as effectively without upgrades or help. We have increased the pierce of the XX2 powerful darts to allow it to keep its potency in the mid game. So the base price of the Dartling Gunner has been reduced by $150. The pierce of the Dartling Gunner has also been reduced from 3 to 2. However, that pierce that was reduced can be brought back up from getting the powerful darts upgrade, which increases from 3 to 4. So this is actually really interesting right here, guys. Not only are you gonna have to start differently, but since the base pierce was reduced, that also reduces the pierce of the Hydra Rocket Pods, Hydra Rocket Pods tower. So it's going to be interesting to see if people go for a bottom cross path on their Hydra Rocket Pods now, since they might need the powerful darts cross path on it, you know what I mean? Because with the 2 pierce, I feel like if you're going for top cross path Hydra Rocket Pods, it might not be good at all. I don't know. We'll have to see, but bottom crosspath Hydro Rocket Pods might be the move now. Wizard Monkey. Some buffs to the Wizard. Arcane Mastery, decrease in price by $100. Arcane Mastery, damage type change from energy to plasma, so it now can pop leads. Nice. Arcane Spike, decreased by 1k, and plus 4 damage to lead/DDTs. Arc Mage, plus 8 damage to leads or DDTs. And Shimmer is decreased in price by 200. Those are actually really big changes to the Wizard that makes it a lot more viable, because one of the biggest weaknesses to a very prominent Wizard strategy, guys, which is Tack Wiz Farm, is DDT rushes. But now with these plus 8 damage like buffs, Archmages might be able to hold off DDTs pretty well. So we'll have to wait and see on that one. So on Avatar, I think this is a typo. It says the Pierce was reduced for the Sun Avatar from 6 to 7, but that's an increase, you know what I mean? So I think that's a typo, but we'll have to, I don't know. Ninja Kui might have slipped up a little bit there. I think that's a typo. Ninja Monkey. I'm really interested what they did Ninja. So the Bloons Sabotage. The slow no longer soaks through Moab class layers. So that means, guys, if you use a Sabotage on a ZMG, the Sabotage won't hit the BFB in Moab layers under it after you pop the ZMG layer, if that makes sense. Now it's another change to the Sabotage is if a ninja is sold while the ability is active, the Sabotage will still last for its maximum time. So you can use the ability and then sell it basically and use that money for something else. But newly spawned balloons will not be slowed. Okay, interesting. And lastly, the Master Bomber and the Sticky Bomb splash damage will reduce from 300 to 200. Okay, fair enough. Village. The Monkeyopolis no longer requires nearby banana farms to purchase. Interesting. The base price is now 15k plus 5k per farm absorbed, so it's more expensive now. 15k more expensive. And the Monkeyopolis produce increased to 2400 per round, 4 times 600 crates, plus additional crates to the value of the total farms absorbed divided by 2. I don't really know what that means, to be honest, guys. I don't know what that means, so I might have to look into that a little bit more once it comes out. Quincy, the level 10 Storm of Arrows cooldown reduced by 10 seconds. Level 18 reduced by 5 seconds. Cyber Quincy, level 3, amount of Pierce Cyber Shot arrows give up to plus 15. Level 15, plus 11 Pierce. And then the Cyber Storms were also reduced in the same exact form. And Benjamin and DJ Benjamin. Guys, these changes for Benjamin and DJ Benjamin are actually crazy to me. And the reason is, it's nuts. So about a month ago, my boy Jaja Josh hit me up on Discord. Shout out to my boy Jaja Josh, by the way. He's a great guy. But my boy Jaja Josh hit me up on Discord, and he said, hey man, any thoughts on hero balancing right now, particularly Ben/DJ Ben? And I suggested that we nerf Benjamin and DJ Benjamin's level 10 abilities. And not only that, guys, I suggested to him that DJ Ben gets nerfed in the DJ Ben gets nerfed by making it only downgrade 10 mob class balloons in a max of 2 BFB. And also I suggested for normal Ben, you balance change it so the level 10 ability can only downgrade 10 ZOMGs, because normal Ben is a really hard counter to like all out ZOMG rushes around 30, so that kind of nerfs it in that fact. And believe it or not, they actually took both of my exact suggestions and put it into the game, which is actually nuts. Like, I had a direct impact on the update changes. I pretty much balance changed for you guys, which is crazy. So if you guys have more balance change suggestions for the future, maybe hit me up, because I might have some pretty big influence on these updates, which is actually kind of nuts to think about. But yeah, those two changes right there are beyond me, that they actually implemented the exact format that I suggested. Those are the balance changes. And also, guys, with that, there's new features as well. So new feature of speed battles, which is really cool. So basically, if you guys played BT Battles 1, there's a speed mode where basically you can send all balloon types 1 round earlier, balloons move faster, income from eco is given more often as well, which is really interesting. There's a play with fire mode as well, which means if you send a balloon at your opponent, that also comes on your side. So it's really interesting. It was kind of that's how it was in BT Battles 1 as well. There was play with fire there. Using a balloon boost will affect both sides as well. And all balloon sends are worth 2 times the eco as well here, including negative eco from like BADs and stuff. So double the eco from sends, which is really nice. And yeah, that's about it. There's a bunch of bug fixes, but I don't really like going over the bug fixes too much. Lots of them are just like, I don't know, weird. So yeah, but let me know your thoughts on the update changes down below in the comment section. I would appreciate that a lot. And if you appreciate the video, please hit the like button, subscribe button down below. It really makes a difference, guys. It really makes a difference. But that is it for today. Mehalic out. Peace, lads.